Good evening, people. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody had a blessed day. If you're still at work, I apologize. Welcome to Socratina Says. I am Socratinez, aka Mr. Mac, aka Throw It Up in the Air. I'm bringing it back down. I don't even know why I said that. I just wanted to say that. But welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. Uh, today's actually going. I want to talk about, I guess, a serious. No, it's not say. I guess I want to talk about a serious topic today: depression. I know it affects a lot of people. It affects me. I know it affects a lot of people out there. So I just wanted to talk about it and see if you leave your comments, see how it affects you. So I'm not giving you a doctor's opinion, a nurse's opinion, a psychiatrist's opinion. I'm not giving you any opinion. I'm gonna give you, I guess, my own story, my own opinion of how it affects me, and then I guess we'll go from there. So, to me, and this is just my opinion. It's nothing, I guess, not a professional opinion. So to me, depression affects you personality-wise, more or less, because I feel, and again, this is me talking, I feel that it adds on to your personality. So, for instance, you have people who joke all the time, who laugh all the time, and who seem like, nothing in this world can ever bring them down. Like, for instance, may rest in peace, Robin Williams, man. Uh, Always joking, it seemed like he was always happy, and then, you tragically hear that, he committed suicide and he suffered from depression. And sometimes, unfortunately, that's how people find out that somebody suffers from depression by suicide, you know? And I mean, it's very sad. And listen, before I get into anything else, man, if you ever have those thoughts that, you don't want to live anymore, and then that your presence on earth, uh, you leaving this earth wouldn't affect anybody, call somebody. Um, in the comments below, I'll put a link to the National Suicide Hotline. But call anybody, man, a friend, your parent, your family, somebody. I mean, if you have good neighbors, go knock on the door and say you want to talk. Um, I'll be really, really perplexed if your neighbors turned you away if you had to talk about something that something that deep. But reach out to somebody, man. Don't let it get to the point where you don't want to live anymore, because more or less, man, just from, and it's just from reading articles and reading letters and everything, suicide affects your family, it affects a lot of people. So don't ever take that route. Don't even try to go that route. Just talk to somebody, more or less. But let's get back into depression. So, like I was saying, depression to me, I feel like that it adds to your personality. Um, it's the dark side of the moon, I guess, for personality wise. Like, you know, um, for some people, like for me, it's like the dark side of the moon. I say that because, like, the bright side of the moon is, I'm always laughing, I'm always joking, I'm always having a good time, and but then it's the dark side. When I wake up some mornings where I don't want to move, I don't I don't want to do anything. Forgive my air conditioner, but I don't want to do anything. I put my 2 feet on the floor, and I was like, that's it. That's as much as I want to move it that day. But same in that sense, you always have to find something to fight for. Your kids. If you don't have kids, your nieces, your nephew, or maybe a goal that you have that you want to do, you always have to have something to fight for. And there's always something to fight for. So if you always have that mindset and you have depression, I feel that you can always fight it. It's when you lose that hope is where a lot of people get caught up in that crossroad of, do I want to live or do I not? So always find something to fight for, and there's always something out there to fight for. But again, like for me, it's always my kid. Always, I wake up in the morning. How can I better myself? How can I better myself? How I talk to people, uh, the way I talk to people, the way I conduct myself, uh, out, actually out in the streets, but out in town and out at work. How I conduct myself is for my kid. How I conduct myself out in town is a simple fact of how you put this? So to me, the world is small. So you don't know who is who. So for instance, and I'll get on this topic more in another video, but for instance, you can be walking by a CEO of a company you don't know, and if you're acting like a fool, you never know if you have to interview for that guy. You never know if you have to see that guy again. And what if his first impression of you is that this dude's a fool and I don't want to represent my company? So that's why I always act, you know, respectful in public, and why I act respectful at work, because I need a job. So, that's point blank. But like I said, there's always something to fight for. But like for me, there's different triggers, I guess. For me, stress is the biggest trigger. I think for anybody, but like I said, I speak for myself. I think stress itself is big for me, because when I get stressed out, my mind kind of shuts down. And when my mind shuts down, that depression creeps in, and it just keeps building and building. And then sometimes I don't even want to get up. I just want to sleep, because I think I can sleep it off. But you can't, because the next day comes, it's still there. It's not going anywhere. So for me, keep moving, like me moving on, me doing things, me getting up, simple stuff, doing the dishes, cleaning the house, it gets me going. And once I'm going, it goes out my mind, and I can move on move on with the day. So, but to you guys, let me know what you think. I mean, if you don't suffer from depression, if you know somebody, you don't have to, please don't put their names, but just, how do you think depression affects you or affects somebody you love? What do you think triggers it? Just leave your comments. Leave your comments. I'll get back with you. We may do a live video, probably this weekend if I can do it. If I do a live video on it, but just let me know. Let me know. See if we can have a good talk about this. Like I said, the more you talk about things, the more it can get easier. So again, I'm going to leave a link in the comments. It's the National Suicide Hotline. And again, if you ever have to go that, ever think about going that route, talk to somebody. All right. So Socrates says, live life, and please always remember to laugh. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe. God bless. I'm out.